Hi, everybody. I feel like it's been forever. So, first of all, I want to just take a minute to thank all of my customers who have been with me for many, many years. Can you believe that this March, only a couple days from now, is my 7th anniversary with Pampered Chef? If you would have told me 7 years ago that I'd be a Pampered Chef consultant, and even the fact that I'd be with the company this long, I would have absolutely positively laughed at you and said, yeah, right, no way. And yet here I am 7 years later, and I absolutely am so excited that I took that opportunity, took the chance, and gave it a whirl. Because here I am able to help all of you in your kitchens with recipes and ideas and product knowledge. And of course, we have to always have some fun when we have new products, right? So I'm going to be launching some great new things coming this season. I'll be doing a newsletter, so a monthly newsletter that will come right to you with some of my favorite recipes and tips on products. And I'll be doing some different giveaways coming up. So you want to make sure you're definitely a member of Vanessa's Pampered Peeps page, which is my VIP page, so you do not miss out. Now, with no further ado, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek here at our brand new spring product line. Now, I will be going live, I'm sure, a lot coming up to show you some of these products. And one of the things that I really love about these are the fact that I love to show you versatility and how you can use them in all different ways. So I'm going to take you through some of our products now. I'm going to try to keep it short, but you know I like to talk, so I'll do my best. But I'm going to give you a sneak peek of all of them and then showcase a little bit of each one just so you kind of know and understand what each of them is and what it does. All right, so let's take a walk over here. And I'm going to flip my camera. All right, so I'm going to start by just giving you kind of a sneak little preview of these items that we have here for this new season line. And I'm going to be honest with you, I am super stoked about these. These are some of the best products we've launched, and I just love the different uses for a lot of these items. So you might be noticing some that you're going, ooh, I really think I like that, or oh, I would use that, or wait a minute, what is that? So I'm going to take you through a little walkthrough real fast to talk a little bit about each of these. So first of all, you may notice this machine, it kind of looks a little bit similar to something that we already had called a quick cooker. So if you are somebody that has an Instapot, you might go, wow, that looks just like Pampered Chef's Instapot or my Instapot. Well, as you know, with Pampered Chef, we really like to step up our game every season. So we no longer have just our basic quick cooker. We've actually upgraded this basically Instapot. But now what it's going to do is we have more settings to make it even easier than ever. We actually changed where our steam setting is, so it is no longer on the top. So that way you don't have to worry about, trying to release it and getting burned or anything like that with the hot steam. And on the back now, we actually have an on and off switch. So that's also great. And it is actually covered with a silicone piece. So that is meant to stay on there. So if you do purchase it, do not rip that off. And then my other favorite new feature that I love about this is the fact that when you take it off, and I'm probably going to need to move this up a little bit because, of course, I'm holding my camera. This actually has a spot to place the lid. So now when you're dishing inside your pot or you're doing anything, you now have a lid holder so that way you don't have to worry about it. Now you might say, well, what makes this so much better than the one that you already had with Pampered Chef? Well, if you've ever heard of sous vide, we now have this setting on here so that you can sous vide all of your different recipes, meats, eggs, you name it. I'm playing and testing it, so you are going to definitely be seeing a lot more of this coming up for all of you. Now, if you already have our Pampered Chef Quick Cooker, you might say, well, can I use the products like the fluted pan and the cheesecake pan and the steam baskets in this? Yes, you absolutely can. So if you already own those, you still can use them in this. Now, you might say to yourself, well, why would I need this if I already have the quick cooker? Well, in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, I could totally sous vide meat. And you might go to yourself, well, what does sous vide actually mean? It's basically a water process where it's going to reach the perfect temperature with your meats. And you, like I said, you could do other things as well. But what I love about the sous vide is the fact that this is going to be like if you were to eat at a restaurant. So think of some of the best meats you've ever eaten. There's a good chance it may have been the sous vide. So you're going to be able to cook it through the sous vide method. And then what you're going to do is you could then actually sear it on like a cast iron pan and different things like that. So I will be going over a lot more with this. Another great perk with ours is now this one does yogurt, so you can make your own homemade Greek yogurts and different types of yogurts. And there's a sterilized setting, so if you're a new mama or a new dad and you want to sterilize those bottles at like a hot temperature but not really necessarily use the dishwasher, this machine can do it for you. Now we do have a new add-on piece to this, and this would work in actually your air fryer, and it actually works in our quick cooker too. So if you've ever gone to like Starbucks and seen those mini like egg cups, you can totally make your very own little mini egg cups yourself now, which are super fun. Knowing how amazing all of you are out there, you're gonna come up with, I'm sure, even more ideas than just this. But I know I'll be using this in different ways, so stay tuned. I'm sure I'll be whipping up not only eggs, but different desserts, little mini omelets. And they say that if you sous vide the eggs like this, they actually use like a cream cheese, and they are the fluffiest, most delicious tasting eggs around. And this comes with our little rack, so that way it's easy to put in and take out, and you don't have to worry about getting burnt. All right, now let's continue right along. So this is our brand new, and I should have filled this up because I just actually brought this out. I didn't use it yet. So this is our oil and vinegar. Basically, you could use this, and it's glass on the bottom, plastic on the top. And what this does is it actually measures out amounts that you need. So that way you can use this to get the exact measurement for any recipe. So depending on how much oil you want or how much vinegar you want, you are going to be able to control that. And what I love about this fact too is I love the actual system that it is, because it should not be getting clogged like crazy on you or anything like that too. So you're gonna have control. I am going to be putting oil in this because I use a basting brush a lot with all of my pots and my pans. So this is a way for me to control how much oil I put in, but also the fact that I'm not going to be using any sprays with chemicals and ruin any of my bakeware or my cookware. Now you'll notice I have some new pantry line items, and this is my second bottle. I finished the first. Oh my God, OMG, like seriously, you want to grab these immediately. Or maybe I don't want you to, because I don't want you to take them and then run out on me. These are the most delicious oils I have ever tasted. I have been doing the garlic parmesan on different meats. I've been doing it on potatoes. You could use it as a dipping on bread. You could even use it in salads. I mean, it's endless, and it is absolutely scrumptious. The basil infused I used the other day on zucchini noodles. Well, not the other day, it was like 2 weeks ago, but still. Oh my gosh, delicious. Can you picture using this with your own caprese salad and putting that flavor on? So if you're like me and you don't have a green thumb, to save your life. Well, actually, I lie. Look, I do have a green thumb, don't I, right now? It's just because it's nail polish, but I certainly can't grow a single thing to save my life. So I love basil, but it dies and it grows mold, and it's just a hot mess. So I basically have to use it instantly or freeze it or forget it. Like, they're my options. So this gives me that alternative now, and it tastes delicious. Like, seriously, scoff those up. Since I'm talking pantry, I'm going to jump right into our Dulce de Leche cake. So this is a brand new cake mix. So if you want a very rich tasting cake, this is definitely up for grabs. So it actually is super easy to follow. All of your recipe is on the back. So you're basically going to be just using a little bit of butter, some vegetable oil, some eggs, and milk. Real simple, real easy to use. And instead of, it kind of takes the guesswork out for you too. Like I said, it's quick and easy and tastes delicious. These also are going to be coming as sets. We have pad thai and scampi. So you can now use these and add them into your recipes. I know the scampi mix, I am not a seafood eater, but you could actually make a chicken scampi, which is what is on the back. You can make a shrimp scampi. I mean, realistically, you could use it and try it with whatever you want, but I have heard people raving about both of these right now that are absolutely delicious. Now, I do plan to use this recipe with our steamer pan that we have, our steamer and saute pan. So stay tuned. I'll be doing some lives coming up with these different pantry items. Now, since I talked about our Dulce de Leche cakes, I may as well go into our new cake pan, which is so ridiculously fun. If you recently saw pictures of me making a cake with Cooper, if you know me, I can make a cake, but it usually doesn't look very pretty. If I try to make those cakes that stack or make towers, they usually look like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So what I'm super stoked about with these is they are 2 cake pans, and you have options where you could actually do this, and you can make it that there's going to be a surprise center in the middle, or you could actually use this pan. And what this will do is it's going to put these little holes in, and then you can make it a filled center. So it's going to give you a lot of versatility to make all different types of cakes with fillings in the center, so like a strawberry filling. But I like to always give other ideas. So what about a meatloaf with potatoes, or a burger, a big cheeseburger, and you put your cheese in all of these wells, or even macaroni and cheese. So maybe you're making a macaroni and cheese meatloaf. You know, in my house, I know that would be something that would probably be popular. So stay tuned, because I have so many ridiculous ideas for this pan. I'm sure it's going to really get interesting. So definitely hang tight with me for that. Now, if you are like me, I have wanted a 9x13 pan forever. And what better than Tiffany Blue? Beautiful. And it has this beautiful nonstick coating, which again is why I use a basting brush. We don't want any chemicals getting away at this. And now it's going to have a lid. So if you're making a casserole, if you're making a cake, if you're making cupcakes and want to transport them, you now are going to have your very own 9x13 pan to use with a storage lid. Seriously, grab like 7 of those, because you're probably going to need that many of them. Like I said, it's our regular 9x13. Now, I am going to flip the camera on me for a minute, because I want to show you these, and I want to open them because these I'm so super excited about. You know, I love containers, but if you think about I love all of our Pampered Chef containers, but if you think about when you're going to be, you know, cutting and storing things, you're usually going to get like a cutting board or a cutting mat out, and you're going to get some knives out, and then you're going to have your storage container, you know, and maybe you're going to have a peeler out. This is so fun. So this is now a cutting board. So I can cut right on my cutting board, and then I can either take my lid and flip it right on top and flip it back over, or if you want to make things difficult, you could cut and slide it in, you know. But seriously, how exciting is this, that these are your own cutting board? So cut and go is basically what I probably will call to it or refer to it as. But this is definitely a game changer. It's definitely going to make a lot less dishes in your house, because think about it. Your cutting board now is not going in the dishwasher. Your knife will, but your cutting board is going to be your lid. So that's going to save you. The next item I'm going to talk about is, if you own any of our nonstick stainless pans already, they are like my favorite. If you don't like them, it means that you need to use them. You need to call me and say, Vanessa, like, hook me up. I want to borrow that pan. Let me test it. I love it. And now we have a teeny one. So it's almost like daddy and mommy, and now we have the baby, and I'm so excited about this. So it is that non-stick mesh coating. So you can see that the stainless will peer through, gives you that beautiful sear for that fond if you wanted to make like a pan gravy, searing up your meat, sauteing things. Beautiful. Okay, browning, great grilled cheese in it. You could sear your meats in it. Maybe you're going to sous vide meats and snag, you know, maybe something small you did and you want to, you know, sear it up. You can do that too. It also comes with a cute little lid, which I love. It can go, your pan can go into the dishwasher, and it can go into the oven, but you're honestly not going to need the dishwasher because it just cleans so nicely. And if you hang them up, they have our little hook on it. But honestly, like seriously, you have to try one of these pans. And we have our wok too. I forgot, I almost didn't forget to mention the wok. So we do have the wok, the 12-inch, the 10-inch, and then our 8.5-inch skillet now as well. So beautiful pans. We also, the egg separator is back, and it collapses now for easier storage. So if you are on the market for a new egg separator, everybody needs one of these. They make it handy for a lot of recipes. If you're separating your yolks and your egg whites, things like that, just for, you know, eating purposes, you now can have our very own egg separator. Now, this bad boy is as big as my face. If you look, like seriously, just to give you guys an idea of how huge this is, it really is like as large as my face. This is our spider strainer. Like, can you seriously picture making homemade pierogies? I mean, really, you can picture yourself making anything, whether it's boiling or frying. And how much easier is this now to snag and get it out, and then for it to strain? So love this, okay? Now, we also have, I guess I'll jump over to here since I was talking stainless. Let's go to our stainless brand new colander. It has a bottom silicone ring on it, so that way it's not going to be sliding all over. But if you are going to be washing fruit in this, it has, it's not sitting so that it sits in the liquid. It actually has this stand on it, so that way the liquid could all drain out, and then that way your fruit is going to be not only clean, but also dry. It could dry for you as well. And what I personally love about this is you see this seriously cutie patootie little Pampered Chef spoons all the way around it. I mean, absolutely adorable. This is going to get a ton of use in my household. And then, so say you're going to sous vide, and maybe, you know, if you use sous vide, you might be familiar with that. You would do like a storage, maybe like your freezer storage bags. All right, so if you do sous vide, it's like a boiling effect. So you put it in some type of bag. We have reusable bags that I am absolutely positively obsessed with. So if you are Cooper's teachers, you are going to be seeing them coming in. So they have this beautiful rivet on it, and it seals, listen, so quietly, so nicely, and they do not leak. So I can use these with my sous vide, but I could use them in my freezer. I can use them just for taking things places, and they're reusable. And you might go, like the other day, I marinated stuff in this bag, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, how do I clean these? I flip them inside out, scrub them down, no odor. Oh my goodness, like amazing. So I used this with the sous vide when I first got the machine, and it was just so easy and so nice. So like I said, these are very durable, but they are reusable, which makes it fun. And I love that you could see like through them. They're kind of like a translucent, so that way you kind of know what's in there. This one makes it almost like it's a sandwich style. So just love, 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 love these. So you definitely want to get your hands on these, okay? So last but not least, I wanted to show you is our Season's Best. So if you know Pampered Chef, you know that we come out with new recipes all the time for each season, and you could access these recipes online. Season's Best, you could add to every single order because it's only a simply $2 order. And what makes this so nice is the fact that you now have all new recipes to try, so you're not getting bored in your kitchen. Especially with rising costs of everything, it gives you that opportunity to try something new, make some new recipes that you could freeze. Just to give you guys some ideas, we have a polenta fries with creamy pesto, beet salad with the pressure cooker. This one's my favorite. I cannot wait to try this. Fried pickle dip. We have loaded potato wedges, like delicious and scrumptious. We have sous vide stuffed burgers, chicken naan, peri-peri sauce wraps, eggplant meatballs, a pork tenderloin, grilled honey garlic chicken, a burrito bowl. We have zucchini and peas. We have an air fryer tostadas. And then, of course, you can't forget our tomato basil tart with whipped mozzarella. Like, does that not sound absolutely delicious? And then we can't forget our dessert, you know, a little bit of peach bread pudding. And then what I always really enjoy in the, oh my gosh, I almost forgot a dessert. How could I forget lemon raspberry cheesecake with raspberry whipped cream? Oh, I'm gonna have to make some of these and take them to my coworkers so that they try them. And then, of course, like I said, on the back, they give you tips and tricks to make your kitchen easier. Now, here's a fun fact for all of you. How about snagging a bunch of these, and instead of buying a birthday card for $7, $8, $12 nowadays, you could grab these recipes, write your birthday message in here, maybe attach a gift card if you want to, or cash if you plan to, and give somebody the gift of making memories in their kitchen and making their lives a little bit easier, and it's only $2. So that is all I have for all of you tonight. I just wanted to come on and give you a preview. If you book a party after watching this and you just say to me, Vanessa, Spring 22, I am going to be giving you a bonus goodie for hosting a party from seeing this live video, all right? And if you see something in this, I'm going to ask you to tag your friends. I'm going to ask all of you to share this video far and wide, so just click that little share button. You could tag me in it and show everybody all of Pampered Chef's new spring products and introduce them to your consultant, because of course I want to not only help you, but I want to help anybody I possibly can in their kitchens. So thanks for joining me in Vanessa's Kitchen, and I'll see you guys all soon.